Jessie Rogers, and I'm the Dean of Theology here at SPPU, and I'm here to speak with Cyril Odia, who is a Salesian, about one of our really exciting new programs. We had our first intake this past academic year, and that is the Diploma in Youth Ministry and Spirituality. So, Cyril, you've been involved not only in the development, but also in the delivery of some of the program this year. So you're well placed to give us a sense of how important the program is, what is distinctive about it, and maybe convince a few people that this is exactly what they want to do.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here and delighted to talk about this wonderful new program we have in St. Patrick's Pontifical University. You know, the Salesians have been in Ireland for over 100 years. And during this time, our relationship with St. Patrick's Pontifical University dates back to 50 years now. And many Salesian missionaries over the decades were trained and studied here, and they went all over the world. And in the English-speaking world, we've discovered that there is this big gap of training youth ministers to work in dioceses, to work in parishes, to work in schools that can carry the Christian ethos and with the Salesian charism from Don Bosco. And so Salesians in Ireland decided that it was about time to take that leap of faith, which by God's grace have now resulted to this new partnership between Salesians Ireland and St. Patrick's Pontifical University.
And as you know from the journey we've done together, that decision by the Salesians of Don Bosco was a real gift to us, because it so perfectly fits into our own vision for the Centre for Mission and Ministries. And we also identified that gap and that real need. And the way we like to do it is to find the people who really have all the expertise, who have the experience, who have the vision, and to partner together. And so it was a fair amount of work, but we got the diploma up and running this year. And next year we'll also be offering it at the level of a higher diploma. What is your sense in terms of having taught the students and this year? Who are the ideal students, and what will they be getting out of it?
To be very sincere, it was more than what I had imagined would happen. My initial idea was that we begin this slowly, and maybe after 1 or 2 years we get a feel of it. But the students that we had this year, the very first students that came, both those who were already resident in Ireland and those who came from abroad, these were people who were already hungry for this. Some of them are already practitioners in youth ministry, but they didn't have maybe the international outlook to it, and also a bit of the pastoral reflection bit that we have the opportunity to offer here in St. Patrick's, because this program is tailored alongside other pastoral programs. So a whole week is spent with these students being in placement sites where they can really get engaged with young people, seeing how young people are being maybe supervised or trained or be accompanied, either in a parochial setting or in a school setting. And then they come back to the university and then they tease that out. We get some theoretical, materials that are presented to them, and they presented them in the class. So it has been a huge success, I must confess, and we already have a good number of those who are applying now to come this year. So I think we are moving in the right direction.
That's great. And as you mentioned there, what makes this program really good is the fact that it's got that supervised pastoral placement. So it's that experience, it's the opportunity to reflect on experience as well as the classes. And the way we actually have arranged this is students are on campus on Thursdays and Fridays, which means that the placement itself can happen actually quite a few places in the country. And you've got the rest of the week, including the weekend, to find the hours that you do the placement. And then there's also that sense of being part of a community, coming together, part of a bigger community, because as you say, some of the courses that the students do are done not only just the youth ministry, but they're in classes with people who's training for other kinds of chaplaincy and other kinds of pastoral work. Exactly. So it's a good experience.
And I would also like to add that the kind of people that are kind of showing interest in this program now are those who are already involved in youth ministry but might not have any official training or official, if you like, academic backing to support their experience. So we have people now who have been maybe previously appointed as diocesan youth chaplains because the bishop said, you know, I want you to be in charge, you are good with young people. But when you come to the university setting with that experience, you are not able to exploit that, and it gives you the confidence and also to interact with people from different parts of the world to see other practices, and you can enhance all of those together. It's also very attractive to people from different religious orders that have maybe some youth ministry sector in their apostolate, or they have hostels, or they have schools, and they want their sisters or lay collaborators or priests or brothers or seminarians to be engaged with young people. You don't just do things like that now in an amateur way, because as you know, there are a lot of regulations and a lot of best practice out there, and that is what we're all putting in play here. And we're in connection with other Catholic universities, Salesian universities in other parts of the world, and so we have that kind of, if you like, expertise that is brought together here now in Ireland, in St. Patrick's Pontifical University. And so we really are confident that this is going to be the way forward. I am working as a chaplain as well in two secondary schools here in Maynooth. If anybody comes there, for instance, and say they want to work with young people, and I don't see any evidence of professional training, I'll be very skeptical. So it's all changing now in any profession and any discipline. And so for those who are already in youth ministry, or those intending to come to youth ministry, I think this is something you need going forward, and there will be more and more demand for this now because it's all becoming highly skillful and professionalized. And that is why the program is actually called the Professional Award that you're getting for youth ministry, and it prepares you to engage with the world. And then we have the different parts of the programs as well, what we do during the academic year and what we also do during the summer. And if you want to look a bit at that, because then we have capacities to train people and get other kids that are coming from other parts of Europe. They come here to our university and they kind of engage with our youth pastoral students, and then they get a sense of what it means to organize summer programs, out of school programs, you know, traveling programs, trip programs, retreat programs, and they can do that intensively during the summer here with us on campus. So it's also a new take of doing youth ministry in universities now, that the young people can come and they're part of that learning experience.
So it kind of makes it into a long year, but still that's an awful lot that people can experience, study, practice, reflect on in the space of one year, including the summer. I know you're delighted about the fact that we'll be also this year offering it at the level of the higher diploma, which kind of widens the students we're looking at, bringing in perhaps now also to students who have theology as part of their undergraduate degree, and they're the ones who've now chosen that youth ministry is something that they want to get experience in. So people who come onto the higher diploma will have a theology background, but probably not so much youth ministry experience. And they'll be learning not only academically and through the placements, but they'll also be learning from the extensive experience that the other students on the program.
Exactly. And one good thing about this new possibility now to do a higher diploma on the postgraduate level, it also helps those people who are already in youth ministry or have other disciplines before with their previous qualifications. So you are not coming in to start at an undergrad level, you are coming as a postgrad student, and that can give you 1 year of preparation. And we have other courses also here in the university that can help you to make any bridge that you need to kind of get the exact qualifications you need to go ahead. So it's very, very exciting. So we're really looking forward to have a higher pool of students, because some will be coming at the diploma level, and others will be coming at the higher diploma level, and maybe in the future going on to masters or doctorate, and they can be experts and prepared for youth ministry. So it's a really exciting time ahead.
Yeah, and thanks Cyril. I know you and I are really excited about this program. I hope that people have got a little bit of a sense of it. If you want any more information, you'll find there's a lot of information up on our website. You'll see a place where you can email us with any questions, and hoping that many of you will be joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cyril.
Thank you very much.